I'm here with Phil from Together for the Children. Phil, what was today about, mate?
Originally today was about pushing for a national inquiry, but then Mr Starmer announced they were having a public inquiry. So today is now pushing for the people that were complicit in these young girls and boys being raped by grooming gangs. That the people that are complicit, police, MPs, councillors, brought to justice. That's what today was about.
Look, Phil, it was covered up for decades, mate. We know that.
But it's not just them. It's not just them. The Tories as well. They're all behind it.
Consecutive governments covered this up, but let's remember that most of these councils were Labour, and it's my opinion that Labour didn't want a full inquiry because they're in this up to their necks. Do you agree with that?
How can you investigate yourself?
Yeah.
Come on, let's have it right. You know what I mean? They don't want an inquiry, but he had to do it because he's backed into a corner.
That's it.
Because of the likes of us and Tommy and us. You know, there's so many people now. There's so many people that are coming out and standing together against them. He had to do it. He doesn't want it. None of them want it. Do you know what I mean?
No. I agree. And how has today gone? Because obviously I've got here late. I had the kids this morning, so I was gutted. But was it a good turnout? A good show?
Amazing. I mean, on these things you never know what numbers you're going to get. I mean, the first FLA march we had, we had 10,000 here. We only thought we was going to have a couple of hundred. The second FLA march we had 75,000. We wasn't expecting that. And today we didn't know what to expect. And I couldn't put a figure on the numbers, but all I know is there was thousands and thousands and thousands there, and it was a great turnout. And it was. I'm a bit speechless about it really, because it was an amazing day.
And look, I've just come from Embankment Station, and the police sent me on a 30-minute detour. That's why I'm late as well. And walking up here, I probably see thousands walking the other way from me. Obviously, this is finishing now. So, to me, it looks like it's been a great day.
It's been an amazing day, mate. I mean, you know, you can't put a number. It's hard to say. All I know is from that stage, when we marched in from the stage to the top of Whitehall, was full up.
Yeah.
You know?
And look, there will be people on X and on TV saying that this was a racist march today. What have you got to say about that?
I don't really want to say what I'm going to say, but all I'm going to say is if they think we're racist, take a look at themselves in the mirror, because it's not about race, it's not about colour, this is about children. It doesn't matter what colour they are, we need protect our children to protect them. They're not going to protect them, so we've got to protect them. And it's not about colour, it doesn't matter what colour they are. As I said in my speech, any man or woman that has a sexual preference for young kids, we're coming from. Whether you're white, black, brown, yellow, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what race or religion you are, we are coming for you. Simple as that.
That's powerful words from Phil there, and it's something I agree with. You know, you cannot be racist for wanting to push back on grooming gangs, on the rape of children.
These grooming gangs, these Catholic grooming, this is not about, listen, let's get it right. Some of our survivors up there were raped by Pakistani grooming gangs. There's no getting away from it. But there was other survivors up there that I mean, Sarah Sands, she was up there today. Her speech was so powerful. She got done for murdering the white man that killed her kid, that groomed her kid. So this is not about race.
No, I think we can all agree that there are bad in all races and religions. And unfortunately, because of the race and the religion of the main perpetrators of grooming and raping in this country, it was covered up by the authorities to try and keep peace or keep community relations.
And that covered it up if one of their kids was involved in it. Would they? I don't know. But, you know, so many of them kids, going back many years, were let down by this government.
Successive
governments. And, you know, they're children.
Look, we've even seen police arrested that were involved in this and the grooming and raping of kids. Yeah. So this went deep, didn't it? It went from police to councillors to
standing with us.
Yeah,
we had Sikhs here standing with us today. You know, it's not about race. It's not about. I don't want to hear that.
No, I've just
got idiots down the road here counter-protesting.
Yeah,
there must have been about 70 from what someone told me. But what's the point? Yeah. What's the point? I just don't get it.
I've just had a man with a Jamaican flag, dreadlocks, come up to me and thank me for speaking out on GB News. Yeah. And I went, "Are you sure you want to speak to me? Everyone thinks I'm a racist." Yeah. And he just said, "Keep doing what you're doing." Yeah. So look, I've seen many people of colour walking up here today, and it's a credit to you for what you've done. Again, you can't be racist, you can't be bad people for wanting to protect children.
No.
And I take my hats off to you and the organiser of this
Thanks
today.
a lot,
Well done.
Alan. Thanks a lot. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers.